Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mondays with Dale. This is a call that we do every week, same time, primarily for the African market, but we seem to get people from all over the world. I've had people on here from Australia, Asia, Africa, Europe, all over the United States. So again, welcome to this call. Before I get started, I just want to emphasize what I just said. Right now, there's never been a more exciting time in Africa. I have been working the African market now for a year, I think I'm pushing on 7 or 8 years that I've been traveling over there at different occasions. I have never seen momentum like we have right now. And why is that happening? For one thing, in Nigeria, the price of fuel has tripled over the last 60 days. There is so much going on as far as talking about fuel and the price of fuel, and it's just allowing us to have that conversation with everybody to get things growing. And I am getting calls from people that I reached out to 2 years ago that weren't interested in what we're doing are now reaching back to me and saying, I want in, I want in, I want in. We have massive leaders from other network marketing companies that are coming over and saying, hey, we're not happy where we are for whatever reason. Maybe they're just selling one product line. Maybe they're not getting paid as promptly as they used to. Maybe the leadership has changed. Whatever it is, people are looking for a new home, and they've heard about My Daily Choice. They've heard about our phenomenal products, and they are fired up and want to be part of it. So you could not find a better time to be in this business in our company than right now. So I had to say that because I've been on the phone all morning long, and I have talked to so many great leaders, and they're all fired up, and they got me fired up. I feel like I just started this business. If I wasn't a member of this amazing company right now, I'd be joining right this minute and starting from scratch. So again, I'm excited. Again, what is Monday with Dale? Monday with Dale is basically a format that we've created that's for training, for learning, and for keeping people up to date. We want to create a family atmosphere. We want you to always have a place to go each week where you can learn about what's going on. You can keep up to date on all the new things our company's doing. Any good network marketing company is always evolving, always building, always adding new product lines and stuff like that. And nobody is doing that more than My Daily Choice. We've added, I believe, 7 or 8 new brands to our marketplace in the last 60 days. They're talking about possibly another 30 or 40 before convention. We are growing and we are spreading around the world, and it's exciting times. But for it to work, you have to have good communication, which we hope to bring with this call. You have to have good training. Once I get done this part, the next step, what I do here is a kind of an orientation of where people can connect, so they can have a support team, support groups, have their questions answered. Whatever they need to build this business, we're trying to kind of force feed it to you, so that there's only one person in the world that can control whether or not you succeed, and that is you yourself, okay? Because we're going to make everything else seamless and available to you. So again, we're going to create a support group. We're going to create training. We're going to create orientation for your new members. If you have people that, for instance, come to our Thursday opportunity presentation and Chris Bailey and I put on, if they go to that and they get excited and they join, the next thing you do is you're going to need to take them to show them their back office and have them listen to the onboarding video that Josh Zweigel has just created. And then from there, you get them into onto this call, so that we can spend that first few minutes each week kind of showing them the ropes, showing them what this company's about. That first few days when somebody first joins a company like ours, there's always going to be self-doubt. We always have that buyer's remorse sometimes, where you say, oh, I joined something and my brother-in-law told me that, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. You shouldn't be in that. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's never been successful himself at anything, but you're going to listen to him because negativity tends to be absorbed. Okay. what we're doing here is showing people what they've gotten themselves into as far as fantastic products, a fantastic company that's growing all over the world, fantastic leaders, and if I may be so bold to say, getting on to a team like my team, or the group that come on this, because we are successful, we are energized, and we support our people in every way we possibly can. So again, that's why we do this call. As I said, communication is key. So if you want to write down, if you're new to this and you want to write down my phone number is the +1-802-343-9075. That's the +1-802-343-9075. And that will get you to me on WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber. You can call, you can message me on a regular phone. You can call me if you want, but if you're going to call me, please message me first so we can schedule a time, because I'll be honest with you, I'm working this business 12, 14 hours a day, and I just need to schedule time in so that I can give you the time you deserve when I'm not buried in something else. So also, you can join me on Facebook. On my address on Facebook is dalefranklin.378. That's dalefranklin.378. Join me, become a friend with me on Facebook, and then you can message me on Facebook Messenger. That gives you another way to reach out to me. So again, if you find out that you don't know what this company is doing, it's not on us. It's the fact that you haven't taken the time to learn. Okay, so please be aware of that. I'm going to switch over to something else in just a minute here, but first of all, I just want to remind everyone, the next two Mondays, I'm going to be on vacation. This is my annual vacation with my family. We go to the ocean, rent a beautiful home looking right out over the water. It's gorgeous, and it's my recharging type of a time of the year. I will still be available. I will still be watching my phone. I will still be contacting my leaders. But for the Mondays with Dale, for the next 2 Mondays, we're going to have Sue and who else is going to? There's several different leaders that are going to be working in my stead to put them on. They will host the meetings. They'll handle the training. So you're going to get a little bit different look, which I think is fantastic. And then they will also host afterwards the Akashex presentation we do right after this. So I just want you to be aware of that. I know Jane was one of them that's going to be on that. Stephen's going to be helping. So again, I appreciate you guys for doing this for me. I'm excited about it because you're going to get a different look rather than just seeing me all the time. So that's that. The next thing I want to do is share my screen. Go here. Okay, I always show you guys this. This is a website that was created for me. Guys, if you have people you want to bring onto this, enroll them first. Okay, even if it's free enrollment. So I don't want to have any chance at all that they accidentally join my team rather than your team. So, but what you can easily do here is you can come on here, you can copy and paste anything you want that's here and use it to your best advantage. If they want to know more about who your upline is or something like that, you can go to Who is Dale, and there's a whole kind of a bio that we put together for myself. This opportunity blog is right here, scrolls down. Actually, that's connections, I'm sorry. Let's get to the opportunity blog. It's right here. It gives you the events coming up, talks about everything that's happening. You just kind of scroll down and you can get the information. The products, you can come here and come down to say Feel Factor X. If you have new people that want to know more about this product, because this is the product that's just rolling across Africa right now. If you want to know more about it, don't feel you have tell your people before they get started in the business, they don't have to know everything right off the bat. Just go through this, scroll down through this and see where the information is. And then if somebody asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, at least you'll know where to find it, okay? We have a couple what we call peaking videos here that can get people's interest. You've got the slideshow here that I use all the time that talks about the presentation, about what our product is. You've got down here frequently asked questions and the answers for them. There's testimonials. So if people want to hear about this product from people who've already used the product, there's a couple there. We had one that's become unavailable, so we got to replace that with another one, I guess. You have all kinds of technical information for the people. You know, about 5% of the people you talk to are going to be interested in the technical end. Okay, most people, as long as you tell them, hey, this is going to save you money on your fuel, it's going to make your engine last longer, it's going to reduce emissions. Those three things alone is going to be a hit, kind of a hot button. One of them is going to be a hot button for everybody. But if you get to that engineer type that wants to know more information, wants to get down to the nitty gritty, we have the commercial white papers, which talks a lot about the product. We have the ASTM D975 diesel fuel specification test. It's all a mouthful. And that's got all kinds of data that they can go over that shows them what when we tested the product, what we found out. We have materials safety data sheets will tell you how to handle a product and things like that. We have a bunch of these what they're called carbon mass balance tests. These are tests that basically a piece of equipment hooks onto the exhaust of equipment and analyzes the exhaust and can tell you how much fuel you're burning, how much is being wasted, how much pollution is coming out of your tailpipe. It'll tell you everything you need to know about this product. And these are very expensive. They're $25,000, $30,000 a test. And we have 3 of them on here that show you more information about it. You can go on them and scroll down and get all the information you need. So for the true engineer types, they're going to be very impressed that you have this. But don't feel you have to know it all before you start building. Build, I always say, earn while you learn. Okay, so that's that. Then we have connections. Connections to me is the most important one. If you go to connections, you can come down here. You can subscribe to get on my email list. You can come here and if you have Telegram, you can use it to get on some of our channels. Some people maybe don't have Telegram. Well, there's the Telegram application right there. You can click it and download it. And then you can join the Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel, the My Daily Choice latest news channel, the new Fun chat on Telegram. Fun stands for Freedom United Network. Let me add this person. Oh, there we go. It's a group of people in our a large team, and so you get to basically listen and watch what people are saying, and then you can comment, you can ask questions. It gives you that network you need to build your business. Same thing with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very popular in Africa, and we have Dale's information funnel. We have, which will keep you up to date on what's going on, meetings that are coming up, everything you need. We have the MDC Africa 2.0 channel. We have special Africa notices. Then you can go again, join on Facebook and join our Facebook groups. You got, again, the Fun House of Brands, the Fun Training, Team We. Team We is Chris Bailey's team. Chris is on here and will be speaking later today. So you can check out his team. You have the Win Testimonials and the Win Network, which are both part of Chris Robinson's team, and which is a huge team. The testimonials, that's hundreds of people telling you about different products they've used and how they've helped them. Many of them create an emotional response. So you get people that are telling you how happy they are with a certain product. The tears may be running down their face. That's what people believe. Okay, when you show somebody a testimonial with emotional response, that is real. Those are great selling tools, and you're hearing right from people who've used it and have benefited from it. I'm going to skip YouTube for now. I'm going to come down here to Zoom meetings. You can slide down through here. You can see everything that's going on during the week on the regular meetings. We have the Fun Power Push. There's 3 of them on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's 30 minutes of specific activities that help you succeed faster. 5 minutes of doing this, 5 minutes of doing that. And it's just 30 minutes of concentrated effort to build your team. We have almost every Monday we have a meeting with Josh Schwagel, our CEO, which is live, and then they record it so you can watch it later. We have here my Monday with Dale, which is happening right now. There's all these have the links. You can click on the links. click on the password if you need them. We have the Akashics training, which is going to come on right after this, which is with my special guest, Asia Evans. We call her Z. She's going to talk about the Akashics brand and how to make money using that. We have the fun huddle every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in the middle of the night for you Africans. You can stay up late or get up early to watch it, or you can wait until it comes out as a recording and watch it later. But again, it's just it's a great way to go on. If you have questions, it's basically a Q&A to help you understand everything you need to understand. Then again, Wednesday's another fun power push. Thursdays, every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Kenya and so forth. We have the Fuel Factor X presentation with Chris Bailey and myself. There's the link, there's the password. I talk about the product, he talks about the business opportunity. And again, we copy some of these, and we copy all of them actually, and they're in, some of them are in my YouTube video library. And if you need one of these, just ask for them and I can send them to you, and then you can use them 24/7 to build your team. We got a corporate opportunity presentation. This is relatively new, started last week. We are bringing in all the major leaders from all the different teams within My Daily Choice, and each week a new group of people are going to be doing the opportunity presentation. Again, it's for the African market. It's really in the middle of the night, but if you got people that want to watch it, it's there, and it is recorded so you can watch it later. Every third Thursday of the month, there's also going to be a launch party for the inventory to invite prospects and our leaders to help close them out. So basically, this is a kind of a, if you've already talked to people and you've got their interest, get them to this launch party and let the leaders help you close them out. That's the bottom line. These are all these things are relative that I'm just talking about now, or some of them are brand new. We're trying to get everything more corporate based, so everybody is getting the same information from the same group of people, and that way we can keep continuity. Fridays, again, a fun power push, and then Saturdays we have a Super Saturday, which is basically a 90-minute training. You get 6-7 people on the call. They each take about 10 minutes or so, and give you a lot of different ideas on how to build this business. This was usually done in the past by our team, but now corporate is going to join all the teams together, and we're going to have one big corporate Super Saturday every month. And again, the next one is scheduled for August 12th. So you want to be aware of that. Yeah, these two people. Okay. So I want to go back up here real quick to the YouTube videos. We have over 200 YouTube videos in our library. If you go to videos, you can scroll down and there is tons of stuff, okay? So anything you need help with, it's there. You can go to playlists, and playlists will break it down by category, okay? Akashics training, regular trainings, opportunity presentations and such with Spanish subtitles, the comp training, French subtitles, what else we got? Ukrainian subtitles, Swahili subtitles, all the old Super Saturdays are in here. The one that I'm the proudest of, though, is this one right here, the starter set. If you look at that, there's 8 videos on here, and these videos will, if you never spoke to another person and you wanted to build your business, you could do it right here. We have Chris Bailey doing a full opportunity presentation, which talks about all our different products. We have Chris and myself doing the FFX opportunity presentation. We have an intro to the Akashics, which is a 15-minute presentation on that. We have Aaron Parker doing a 20-minute presentation on High Life Travel. These High Life Travel, Akashics, and FFX are the primary products right now in Africa. As we prove our worth in Africa and our volume increases, we're going to be adding more product lines, I can assure you. So again, right now we're at 3, but I would believe, but within the next few months, we're going to have more. Then you have back office training. Right now, it's still one that I did a while back, but we're going to transfer this, and we're going to have the newest one that Josh Zweigel created is going to be in its place here probably by next week. Then we have relationship mapping training. This is one of the things I think is the most important trainings you could get. It talks about how to build your team using friends on Facebook and joining friends that know other friends. When you have people working together that know each other, like each other, and respect each other, you tend to have a stronger team who stick together. When maybe one person's having a bad day, one of the other friends will help bring them back around. So again, it's a great training. Everybody should watch this one. And then we have Chris Bailey doing compensation plan training, the initial training, which is a general training, and then an advanced compensation training, which teaches you how to maximize your income and your team's income. Okay. And the beautiful thing about this, as you are helping your teammates make more money by suggesting some different strategies, you're also going to make yourself more money. So that's that here. So that, and the fact that Jody Levanouet, who's on here, Jody does a fantastic job for us. She is constantly up on all the groups that I just mentioned. She's adding messages each night to talk about what's going on the next day, the next week. If there's specials, if there's contests, if there's product launches, she keeps you above board on all of that. So I guess what I'm trying to say here from everything I've just said is, if you are not in the know, you've got only one person in the world to blame, and that's yourself, because we have given you so many different ways to know what's going on. We want you to succeed, okay? The beauty of the way our compensation plan is set up is if we help you succeed, we automatically succeed. I think that is a wonderful situation, and I wish all businesses in every other business out there, every corporate entity in the world, if they had that mindset, that we would all be better off. So last thing I want to talk about before I introduce our guest is, I mentioned the Super Saturday, but there's also a couple things coming up. We have the acceleration training in London, which is coming up September 15th to the 17th. It's $149 for the ticket. It's right now on sale. There's going to be some amazing trainers there, which is going to include Mark Aceta. If you have people in England that might be interested in this business, and almost every African I know has people in other parts of the world, especially seems like London is a big one. Also, Asia's big with the connections. So if you have friends in London, get them to this meeting. They'll thank you. And then, of course, our international convention is coming up October 26th through the 29th in Miami Beach, Florida. Okay, what a great place. Let's all go. So if you're from Africa, start working on your visas right now. If you don't know how to work on your visas, reach out to Stephen Cavillo. He'll tell you the best way to do this. Right now, the tickets are $199 each on early bird. But remember, you want to start working now on your visa, because the visa is the one thing that seems to hold people up from being able to come to convention. I'll guarantee you, if you show up at convention and you bring a few of your leaders, that when you go home, your business will explode. It exploded when Josh Zweigel years ago was selling a field additive in Ghana. He had two of his Ghana leaders come to a convention. They both went home and they both blew up their business and made him the highest ranking person in the company within the next few months. So again, so important to get people to these conventions and get to rub elbows with all the great leaders we have. So I got that all done in just about the time I needed to. The next thing I want to do is I want to introduce our guest today. Our guest is Chris Bailey. I've known Chris Bailey now for pushing on 15 years. He's an incredible leader, an incredible trainer, and a super motivator. Every time he speaks, I'm ready to sign up again. He's gone to the top of multiple network marketing companies. He seems to always float to the top. And the reason he floats to the top is because he is a master at taking people, evaluating his team, and accentuating whatever the strengths are that each person has. I say he's the greatest creator of lieutenants in this business I have ever seen. He has so many people on his team that carry part of the building for the whole team, because they have certain things they're really good at. Vegas with Mr. Mindset. He's just one I can think of right now, but there's just so many leaders that he's developed that have gone on to great things. So that's who you want to work with, somebody who's great at that. He's currently a 50K affiliate. He started out with his team in Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. He moved to Florida because that was his dream place to reside. And then from there, he's now spending some time, I believe, in California. I mean, this guy knows how to live. Okay, you want to listen to him. So without further ado, Chris, are you on the call?
I am on the call, Dale. Thanks so much for that incredible, well, first of all, all the incredible information, and then that wonderful introduction.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We've been friends a long time, and we've had some great trips together. And there's going to be many, many more before we're done.
Absolutely, absolutely. First, I just want to give it back to you, Dale, and thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for you doing these Mondays. I know you have a very busy schedule, got not only your home-based business to run, but your other business to run. You got your family. I mean, it takes a lot to make this kind of commitment to do this every Monday, along with what you and I do together every Thursday. So I just want to thank you for that effort. We all, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody on the Zoom that knows you, is we all are 100% aware of how much you care for everybody and taking your personal time, your personal money. I mean, you've flown all throughout different parts of Africa to help markets that wasn't even bring you any serious income or anything, but you flew there and, on your own dime and took your own time to help people change their lives. So, man, you couldn't be in business with a better person. And also, just for anybody that don't know, Dale, this is the kind of integrity that you're talking about here. So thank you so much for all that. All right, man, usually you always start off. Oh, first of all, I love being on these. So when you invite me, man, I'm always super excited and so happy. I had to post it on Facebook. I feel so honored. So I know you normally start off with questions. Do you want to?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I always ask you, Chris, is there's a lot of new people on here that haven't met you. Obviously, there's a lot of people here who have known you for a long time, but there's a lot of people here that don't know you. And so give us a brief history of your life before My Daily Choice.
Okay, so before My Daily Choice, I grew up in Washington, D.C. and moved to Maryland as I got a little older. I barely graduated high school. I had to go to summer school twice because I was failing my own language, English. And I've never been to college, but I've always had some hustle in me. I've always felt like, that I deserve more out of life and that, whatever is available, that we could accomplish it. And I didn't need college to do that. I just feel like if any other human has done anything on this planet, I can do it too. So I wound up going in the military. So I'm a retired Marine. I had a good job at Homeland Security, and I was making a six-figure income. And then I got into the home-based business space. And I'll tell you, when I joined my first home-based business about 17 years ago or so, I didn't think nothing of it. I just signed up to support my friend, and I sat on it for a couple of months, and I was just supporting them and being thankful that they invited me out, supported them, and got the product because it was a product I could use. And after a couple of months, I wound up looking more into what I had signed up for, and the company was featured in this magazine, and they had a DVD out about the company, and I watched the DVD and I read the magazine cover to cover, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, people are living their dreams through this company. And that's when that day, my life completely changed forever, because I had no idea about the home-based business arena. I didn't know anything. Man, I got so excited. I started inviting everybody I knew, everybody I didn't know, everybody that got it within 3 feet of me, everybody that was breathing, that looked in my direction. Right? And I wound up, becoming one of the top recruiters in that entire company, and I had no experience. I didn't know what I was doing. I was truly the meaning of ignorance on fire. And, that's how I kicked off my home-based business career after about 2 years, part-time doing the business and, staying excited through the ups and downs because it's not always, super rosy and super successful. I mean, I go through all the no's just like everybody else. But I stayed excited the whole time because my belief level was through the roof. Again, because I just said, if all these people can do it, I can do it too. So after 2 years working at part-time, I started making a significant amount of money. And I said, wow, if I'm doing this part-time and making this, what if I went full-time? So I wound up quitting my job at Homeland Security. And that was about 15 plus years ago. And I quit that job. And man, that was the best thing that I've ever done because I have my complete freedom now. As you said, I was able to move to my dream location, which is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And just last week, I got a new girlfriend and she convinced me that maybe I ought to come to LA for a little while. So I'm gonna move, I moved out my place last week and I'm moving to LA. So I'll be there this week. I came back home to see my kids and everything. So I'm up in Maryland right now and I fly out to LA on Wednesday. And that starts my next journey, which hopefully will be the next rank up to 100K and 250K affiliate with My Daily Choice, because one of the reasons that I'm moving there is to really get laser focused with this business, because being in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and all them beaches and boats and restaurants is a major distraction. So I'm super excited, and that's kind of my story.
Well, thanks, Chris. So you've done all that, you've had all that success. What intrigued you enough about My Daily Choice to not only come on board, but you have stated that this is your forever home going forward?
Yeah, so let me give you guys a little backstory that I kind of skipped over to add to this, is that the product that got me to that freedom was the Fuel Factor X. It was a different name, and I just want to throw this out, and I'm actually talk about this a little bit more in detail about the African market when when I do the little training portion. But that product is what got me where I am. And so I went, we all left that company because the company made some changes that wasn't favorable. And I know, Dale, you stood out a little longer than I did because the product's so amazing. And the owners were amazing. It was a great company. It's just that, we didn't have the product lines like we have with My Daily Choice. So the beautiful thing about My Daily Choice is that it'll be around for years and years and years to come. Even if gas prices drop to, 10 cents a gallon, we'll still be around with some amazing products and services. So I bounced around. I went to multiple different companies. I went to one of the fastest growing home-based, actually the #1 fastest growing home-based business on the planet. They did 100 million faster than any other company in history. I went to another company after that that was a $1 billion a year company, the world's #1 travel business. And matter of fact, one of their top leaders, Jefferson Santos, and a few other leaders are in this company now. But I did that, and then I took a look at My Daily Choice, and when this company started, so Josh Zawego, our CEO, he was big in the fuel business that we were all in years ago. Him, myself, Dale Franklin, Chris Robinson, and I can go on down the list. And I see Elder on here. Elder was with us as well. When he started this company, I just didn't want to be with a startup company again, even though I know how smart and how brilliant Josh is as a person. But and let me be completely transparent. The reason why I did not join when he started this company, one was because I didn't want to be with another startup. But secondly, was he said that he was going to pay out 85% to the field. And I'm thinking this guy must be smoking some weed, okay? Like, how you going to pay out 85%? Yeah, so my thought was, because we went through this with the other company, is he's going to have to change the comp plan. And you know, when we had a really great incentive with our first company, and they had to take that away, it really hurt our business. So I said, that's what's going to happen with this company Josh Dewaygo started. Man, it's what, like 8-9 years later, and still paying out 85%. So when the travel business I was in was starting to take a little beating, because again, COVID happened, and you know, people weren't traveling anymore. And because that company, that was the only product and service that it had. And then when Josh Dewaygo said, hey, you know, all the people that was in the fuel treatment, if y'all want to come in and join this company, you're welcome. And man, I was blown away. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, and a lot of y'all know this about me, is, you know, I'm no fuel expert on the Fuel Factor X, right? I just know I use it, it works, I share it with everybody else. But what I am is a businessman, okay? And when I saw the opportunity was this amazing, I was like, wow, they have someone here making $1 million a month. And Josh said, look, Chris, you could take away the $1 million a month person, because now, and she wasn't always, but now she's Josh's wife. But he said, take her away and look at everybody else. And there was someone making $537,000 a month, a whole bunch of people making over $100,000 a month. And I had never seen that before in any of the business. Even the company that was making $1 billion a year, nobody was making the kind of money they're making here at My Daily Choice. And it was mind-blowing to me. And here's what made it even more mind-blowing, is at that time, the company was only 3.5 years old. And the amount of people in this company was so little that 85% payout is everything. And I said, from a business standpoint, this makes complete sense. You're going to make more money here than you would anywhere else with the same amount of effort. And then Josh really sold the vision, because at that time we only really had CBD and the sprays. That was it. And he said, you know, we're going to expand and keep expanding. He said, because Chris, I've done my homework, and all the companies that have been around for 30, 40, 50 years, they all have over 100 products. He said, eventually we will have over 100 products. Man, we got over 100 products. Okay. So, so even though, you know, I know for our African market, we really only focus on the Fuel Factor X. And I'm telling y'all, that's all we need. Okay, right now, that's all we need, because again, that was what we had at the other company. But I am here to tell you also that you guys are pioneers, and it's still the early stages of My Daily Choice, that as long as we continue to make a mark like we're making right now, then eventually this company will start expanding more products into your market, right? To have a backup to the Fuel Factor X. Now, we do have travel, and we do have the cryptocurrency, which are two virtual products that any of you guys could get and use right now. But I do expect that all, you know, there'll be more physical products eventually. And I know I kind of went sideways. So the real reason I joined this company, because people make big money.
That's perfect. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna. Well, I asked you to do a little bit of training while you were here, and you always do such a great job at that. So I'm gonna, and I didn't tie your hands behind your back by telling you what you had to train on. So I'll let you take it away.
All right. And to be transparent, a lot of times when I come on these, I don't even prepare for training. I just know what I want to talk about. And today is going to be the same thing. I just really know what I want to talk about. And I know that Dale mentioned some of this before. And I mentioned it sometimes during the presentation, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail today. And but first, real quick, I just want to say, hey, Christina. So Christina knew me way before I got into my network marketing industry. We ran into each other after about 30, 40 years of not seeing each other. And we finally found each other, thankful to Facebook. And she said, if you're in a business, I'm jumping in too. So really cool. But anyway, But yeah, so you know, I used to say this in the presentation before now, is that, you know, with that first company, we had so much success in the African market with the fuel product, but it took time, right? It took over a year for the momentum to start. And then it took another year to really hit the high ranks, to the point where they had to create a new position in the company for myself and Josh Awego, called Team Elite, right? So we had the diamonds, blue diamonds, and all this stuff, but they had to create even higher ranks because, and I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, we owe it all to the African market, 100%, right? Josh, here's how amazing the African market is. Listen to this. My Daily Choice would not be here today if it wasn't for you guys. Wouldn't be here today, right? Because what happened was Josh Awego hit the top of the Fuel Factor X company. I'm gonna call it the Fuel Factor X company. He hit the top of the company. He took that money, and I would say probably 90% of his team was in Africa. Okay, so he took the income that he made from that and started My Daily Choice. How cool is that? All right, so you guys, this is how powerful this product is. And I want y'all to understand too, that back then, the fuel prices weren't as high as they are now. They weren't, okay? And for all you guys that are in Kenya and South Africa and Tanzania and, you know, wherever else you are in Africa, and here people in the United States, let me tell y'all something. Y'all all know somebody in Nigeria, okay? Because we all know right now, Nigeria is going through an issue with their fuel prices, and it is a market that is blowing up. So, you know, even if you're in other parts of Africa, think of who you know, or, you know, who may have family in Nigeria, or if you're good on social media, also, you know, market there too. So that market is just extremely hot. And again, timing is everything. So for all of us that have positioned ourselves over the past year, that now are going to really reap the benefits of staying power, okay? So what I really wanted to talk about today is staying power. I was trying to find I saw a post this morning on Instagram, and the post said that basically was why you know, most people don't get rich, and it was because most people don't have staying power. What happens is a lot of people join this business and they think, oh my God, it's the Fuel Factor X. This product is so amazing. They use it and they save all this money and it works so amazing. So they think that everybody's going to join. They think everybody's going to be excited like them. They think that everybody they give the product to is going to have the same result as them. So they get so super excited and they think they're going to be rich in the next 90 days. And when that doesn't happen, they wind up quitting. Okay, this is how it happens. And I've seen it so many times, not just from the Fuel Factor X or any of that, but I've signed up so many people in my career that came in and was talking trash about how excited they were and how I'm gonna make you rich, Chris, because I'm gonna kill this, and you know, and then 2 weeks later they're gone. All right, I've seen it so many times. So when someone comes in and so excited and tell me what they're going to do, I almost want to roll my eyes right away, okay? Because it's usually the ones that are silent, the ones that you know, that you don't think of, that winds up having the staying power and understand business, right? Understand that it takes time, right? So that's the thing that you know, and I would say this to say it because some of you guys are probably those people or the person, or you will run into some of these people that are going to join, think they're going to get rich, and talk, you know, they're so excited and they talk, you know, to a lot of people about how they're going to be wealthy and all this, and then they disappear. Right? Go straight into witness protection. You can't find them. Okay. So what I really want to stress, guys, is no matter how tough it gets, how long it takes, right? you got to stick with it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, think about it. This product, we have very little to no competition. I don't know of another product like this. So imagine if you were the only health and wellness company on the planet, right? You had the only product that helped people lose weight, how wealthy you would be, right? But the thing is, you know, everybody don't have the same vision. So you got to work it. You got to keep going. And I take my hat off to some of you guys, because some of y'all been around from day one, you know, been grinding. And now, you know, we're starting to finally see the momentum that we were talking about from the very beginning. So I'm seeing a duplication of what we did years ago. By, you know, it took about a year for it to really start cranking up. And then the momentum took off and we couldn't stop it. Right. I remember it was so much fun because we were getting so many signups with that other company that the computer couldn't, their computer system couldn't handle it anymore. So we had to do paper applications because we were signing up so many people a day that it was incredible. But let me tell y'all something. The people that were the pioneers back then are wealthy, very wealthy. Okay. There are some people all throughout the African markets that are very wealthy from this product from years ago. We're going to do it again, but we have a much better company, right? We have the highest gas prices in history. That's right, Daniel. All right. Yeah. Get excited. Yeah. It's everything right now is so perfectly laid out for you. All right. That all you got to do is work it, and don't quit. Okay. There's nothing like the regret of quitting. And I'm gonna tell you some reasons why you shouldn't even quit anyway. One is the product pays for itself. So you should be saving what you spend a month or more. Secondly, you can sell the product out of your hand into other people's hand. That was one of the great things. This is one of the great things about this product, is when you have a bunch of the sachets, you can actually sell them each individually. All right. So you can make all your money back and a profit. So this thing is just amazing, guys. Again, don't think 90 days of getting rich, but you can make significant money in 90 days if you are working your butt off. So as my buddy Chris Robinson says, this is not no work marketing, it's network marketing. So make sure that you do put in the grind. But I always tell people it's a 2 to 5 year retirement plan, right? If you work it seriously, and the 2 years don't start when you sign up. The 2 years start when you make the commitment, right? When you make the decision that this is it. So you could sign up, but if your mind is not, if your mind don't say, oh, I ain't quitting until I hit the top. If your mind don't say that, then your clock hasn't started yet. Okay, your clock starts when you bleed My Daily Choice blue and white. Right, that's when the clock starts. So, guys, all I can say is come all in. Right, be all in. Everybody you should know knows you're in My Daily Choice. Everybody who knows me on this planet knows Chris Bailey is in My Daily Choice. Okay, when they get pissed off at the high fuel prices, your first person they should think about is you. Right? When they think about entrepreneurship, the first person they think about should be you. Okay, because you need to make sure that everybody who knows you or knows of you, all right, or everybody who wants an opportunity, you know, they think of you. Okay, so I'll tell you this. I can't tell you how many times throughout my network marketing career that someone has sent me a message saying, hey, Chris, I need to make some money. Why do they send that? Because they know I'm the guy to make money with. Okay, so yeah. So that's it, guys. Have that staying power. You know, as much as we all want to be rich in 90 days, it just don't happen that way. Okay. Now there's a few more points on that. And like I said, you got to work it. Here's the thing. We're all one person away from a major breakthrough in this business. One person. The one person could be the next person that's right beside you in the store. That one person could be a family member that you haven't told this, about, okay? The next person could be the person that owns the store that you go to every day, but still haven't even said anything to them, okay? So closed mouths don't get fed. You got to open your mouth, all right? And just like y'all see the beautiful picture of Sue right here, I think everybody knows that she has this product called Fuel Factor X because she walk around wearing it, right? So here's the thing. Do you want to wear a shirt that says Tommy Hilfiger and get Tommy Hilfiger paid? Or do you want to wear a shirt that say Fuel Factor X so you could get paid? All right. So, become a billboard. Okay. So, there's no better marketing than you wearing it on your body and somebody going, hey, what is that Fuel Factor X? Right. So, guys, when I see someone like Sue, I know she is all in, right? When I see someone wearing the outfit, I know they're all in. Okay? So, that's what it takes. That's exactly what it takes. All right, Dale, I know you actually, am I in the middle of training or were you still asking questions?
No, that was your training. You're doing training.
Okay. So that's the real thing I wanted to touch base on, guys, is make that decision. All right, go all in, all right, and work your butt off and never quit. Never, ever, ever quit. This is such a brilliant business because there's no cost to be in the business. It's the first company I've ever seen to do that. It is $0. You don't pay for a website. You don't pay for anything. You just got to, keep getting some product. And your product is your tool, right? So get that product out of your hands and put it in somebody else's hand. I don't care if you give it away, if you sell it, you can look at buying a product every month as your monthly expense and use it for marketing. How can you use it for marketing? By getting that product out of your hands in somebody else's hand, right? Now, I know I'm running out of time, but I'm gonna give y'all a quick tip. And y'all hear me say it all the time. Talk to the most successful people you know. All right. See, successful people, they've been successful at something before, they know they can do it again. Right? People you think are too rich for this business, they already wealthy, talk to them. You'd be surprised. All right. So that's all I got. So Dale, thanks so much again for having me. I hope that somebody got something from what I said today, because that's the whole thing about this business is it's simple. It's all about being excited. And you don't even need to know a lot, right? I don't go around telling people, hey, this product got a demulsifier. This product got it do the water thing. I don't be talking about that, right? I'd be like, man, try this stuff out. Boy, I'll be saving so much money on gas. So remember, facts tell, but stories sell. All right. So just share your story.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. A couple of things that I thought of when you were talking there, about never quitting. You mentioned Jefferson Santos, and we had him standing on stage talking about he made very little money in his first 9 years in network marketing, but since then he's made over $10 million. Okay. So, and one other real quick story, before Jenna Zweigel was Jenna Zweigel, and she was an affiliate, there was a gentleman that signed her. Okay. And he was impatient. The company was brand new. It was having good months. It was having slow months. And this guy was impatient. And so what did he do? He quit and went to another company. If he had stayed, his leadership check match over a year's time on Jenna Zweigel would have been $3 million a year. He walked away from that because he was impatient. If he'd done nothing other than buy his monthly auto ship to stay active, he would have earned that. I picture this guy sitting in a bar somewhere with the biggest bottle of booze you've ever seen in your life. And I just hope the guy doesn't have a gun nearby, because he's got to be tempted occasionally to just do it all, end it all because of what he did. But what I'm trying to get across is the fact that it's, as Chris said today, it doesn't happen overnight for most people. It happens over a period of committed time. And this guy didn't stay committed long enough, and he's going to have to go the rest of his life knowing the lifestyle he could have had, and he gave away over impatience. Okay. Or the fact that Jefferson Santos had quit in year 8, he would have never made the $10 million plus he's made in this business. So again, never quit.
And Dale, you mentioning Jefferson Santos. So if everybody, one big thing that I'm big on too is personal development, reading books and watching YouTube. There's a book called Beach Money. Okay. It's a really good book because it's the same story, just like Jefferson. This guy was in the industry for 10 years. And I think he said he didn't even sign up one person, and his story is just amazing in the book, but since now has made millions and millions of dollars. So if y'all want to read a good book that's similar to this Beach Money, it's a small book, it's quick and easy to read, but it's really, really good.
Absolutely. It's a great book. One more person coming on here at the end. So guys, this is just finish this up. This is a weekly call. This call will be continued on because we'll be doing the Akashics training with Asia Evans here in just a moment. But this call each week is for you guys. And if there is anything that you want us to address that we haven't addressed, all you have to do is reach out to me and tell me what you're looking for. Okay, what you'd like us to emphasize. And we will certainly incorporate that. So we want you to realize this is your call, okay? Chris, you always do a fantastic job. I don't know why I just don't have you on here every week. But I want to thank you for everything you do between here and what we do on Thursdays and what you do every single day in this business. I want to thank you so much. To the team, I want to thank you for attending these. Remember, to me, this is the intricate part of what you should do when you're signing people up. As I said earlier, sign them up either through a recording or through our live videos on Thursday. Immediately have them do the onboarding with Josh Swagel, and then get them on this call so they can see that they have a place to connect. Let us be their support team at the beginning. Let them see that there's Telegram groups and WhatsApp groups and everything they need, so that when that negative person tells them that they're in the wrong business, they can turn right around, look that person right in the eye and go, I'm in the right business, you're wrong. So we want to build that faith. We want to build that strength, and it's going to keep them going through the beginning until they succeed. So remember, to all of you, I love you very much. I want you all to succeed. I have no hidden agenda here. Okay. Do I make money at this? Of course I do, but that's not my major goal. My major goal is to help as many people as I possibly can in the time I have left on this earth. And I do it for a very greedy reason. I want to be remembered.